Good morning, everybody. My name is William Michael Forbes. I'm a spiritual medium, a channel, and an intuitive life coach. I want to welcome you to Shortcuts for Your Soul, our tri-weekly live show. And today, we have something very fascinating called The Coming Now with Lord Metatron. And there's a lot of conversations about what now is, what the eternal present is, what this present moment is, what the concept is of now, the power of now, all these concepts that have been going out into the world about now, what's happening now. There we go. A little echo of myself. It's always nice to hear yourself. You know that? It's really good to hear yourself. Listen to yourself, not your mental self. You need to hear it sometimes, but it actually needs to hear you more than anything else. I'm just going to share this link out through a few places. If you're new to the channel, please take a moment to subscribe to the channel, like this video. Leave your comments in the comments section below when you have a chance after the video is posted. But Lord Metatron came in today and he said it was really, really important, the idea of the coming now. And it sounds contradictory. I mean, it certainly does to me. But he said it's not. It's actually not. Let's just go over here. Oh, you all. And I understand there's a significant lag in this. So those of you that are just coming live now, I want to welcome you to a brand new, beautiful day on this planet. Yeah. Okay. I'll share that one more time. Yeah, remember, for those of you that are here regularly, please take a moment to share this video out with others. There we go. Perfect. The coming now. I won't get into too much detail, but I'll let Metatron do most of the speaking with this. But now, what is now? What is now? There isn't anything else. There's nothing else but now. He says nothing else but now. There's your expansion in your belief of time and space. That can give you the expression of experiencing that there is more time than this present moment, because your awareness is inclusive. Your awareness is inclusive of all time, all space, all dimensions. That what you truly are is inclusive of all that is as you are in your essential nature. He said humanity's at a point now where there is no tomorrow. There's literally what is happening right now. And this is what we have to become. He says this is what we have to become very aware of, that in order to begin to liberate ourselves from suffering, we have to come to this present moment. Only in this moment, not the contrivances that you make up in your mind, because you make those up too. In fact, you're making all of this up. You're making all of your suffering, all of your joy, all of your achievements. You are making it all up. And that is the joy of your being, to make things up. You are in the image and likeness of an infinite potential, manifesting infinite possibilities. You have the free will to align yourself consciously to any one of these potential realities. But very few of you understand the distinction between your body, your mind, and that what you are that is creating what you call your body and your mind, and the expressions of those two that combine with energy through matter. Mind and matter are not separate. They are one and the same thing. One is causative to the other, but both mind and matter are effects of your attention, what you will choose to give awareness to, and what you will choose to not give awareness to, will become the driving force of what your mind and body will do in terms of actions. But the coming now is actually here now. And recognizing that the coming now is here now moves you out of anticipation into being. And having the awareness to move into a state of what you are being is significantly different than trying to figure out what is going to come next or what was happening before, which simply creates more of those two combined. But what you are now as a being is independent of all and any effects. That physical form in which you find yourself is again a manifestation that does not exist outside of yourself. It is easy to identify that. You are simply aware of it. That body that you're in right now, you are simply aware of that body right now. It's not outside of you, but it is contained within your awareness, and you're contained within it simultaneously. It sounds like a paradox, but it is not. The coming now may be whatever you may choose it to be from the perspective of free will. From the perspective of free will, the present moment can become whatever you would choose it to be. But free will supposes that you are able to differentiate your awareness from the different manifestations of that awareness. In other words, this physical body is a manifestation of what you would call in your sciences energy and matter. That's what this thing is. It is a manifestation of the way you combine energy and matter together. The same is true for your mind, which appears to be invisible, but it is not. It is a different form of matter at a higher frequency of a perceptual awareness relative to your body. But they fit together very closely, the yin and the yang, which goes on forever. But the coming now is your realization that all of this is a manufacturing of your will and consciousness. Even that which you do not like is a manifestation of your consciousness, of your awareness. The difference is many of you are in this physical body self, separate from that which we are, which is also an illusion. You cannot be separate from anything. But you live in that illusion that you are somehow separate from everything around you because of that form in which you find yourself. But don't you find that interesting? That you find yourself in this form, wondering why you think and feel the way you think and feel? And that part of you that is wondering this is the part of you that is free of it. Do you understand? That the part of you that is wondering, why is things happening the way they are happening? Why am I feeling the way I'm feeling? Why are they unfolding as they're unfolding? The part of you that is wondering that is actually free of all that. And the one that's causative to it. Now there is an infinite spectrum in frequency, consciousness, and energy, a very small portion of which your humanity, I want to stress your humanity, for it is something you've manufactured. Your humanity is but a small bandwidth in an infinite spectrum of experiential consciousness throughout an infinite spectrum of time, energy, space, and consciousness. The latter of which governs what you perceive to be the material world that you exist in, independent of anything else. But you are not independent of anything. You are integrated with it all. That you have a localized form that allows you to localize your awareness to a specific experience does not mean you're actually localized to that specific experience, although you may have that illusion. But you can easily regulate this physical mechanism. You can easily regulate this physical body. You can easily regulate the thoughts in your mind. You can easily regulate even the emotions in the system. But very few of you understand that, and so you find yourself living in a condition of awareness that keeps you separate very deliberately from what your experience as the creation of it is. Thank you. Wow. So the coming now, I want to understand the coming now is recognizing in this moment, it is recognizing in this moment that you are both the cause and effect of the conditions, that you are free to be in consciousness either or both of these simultaneously, and even go further to be that which is observant of the two, body and mind, awareness, spirit. There are many levels, many words, many names that can be given to help you slice into smaller parts of understanding that which you already understand from the perspective of body and mind, but which you have full control over all of them at any time from different perspectives. You may control your body from the perspective of awareness. You may control your mind from the perspective of awareness. And your awareness, independent of body and mind, and conscious. I want to stress conscious. Your awareness, independent of body and mind, and conscious, can exert tremendous change and influence over the present moment of what you call time, space, and matter. And all of you are learning this. We find it funny to say all of you when there's in truth only one. There is only one. Wow. In the moment of now, with the awareness of your being, you may be and do and create and alter and change any and all things from the perspective of the being, what you are as consciousness. There is nothing you cannot change in what you call time, space, and matter. You transcend all of these with your awareness. Wow. Thank you. Okay. Good morning, everybody, and welcome. This is a strange morning for me. Trying to wrap my human mind around this concept of infinite possibilities, of the idea that there's only who I am here, and there's only one of us here orchestrating all of what we're perceiving from the present moment, not from before, not through anticipation. But he says that we can influence what we perceive now by the perception of a future or the conception of a past or even a reconception of a future. You can absolutely have yourself a great time creating the illusions of separateness. So I've been struggling with what he's saying to try and get my, and he says I can't. He said you cannot wrap your mind around this, but you can allow yourself to become aware. You can become aware of this, but you cannot think about it. You cannot reason upon it. You can only become it. And in becoming it, you will know it. And in knowing it, there's no question. There are no more questions. Then there's just, what will you do if you know? What will you do if you know? I'm not sure. I know what I'm doing. I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing. Good morning, Buddha. Good morning, Tanya. Question from Magical Buddha. How can I use my breath and consciousness together to divinely heal myself? Well, this is a great question, Buddha. Your breath, what a lot of people don't know, and my guardian angel said this to me, and Master Jesus said this, our breath, the fact that it's an awareness, we can make our body breathe. We can literally go, think about that. You're actually asserting your will over matter. And you can use the awareness of how you breathe to also heal any condition in your mind and in your body. You can use your breath to heal virtually any condition in mind or body if you understand that it is you as the authority, relatively speaking, over that mind and that body. If you move your awareness into a place of the body where there is suffering and pain, you can simply breathe through there. Breathe your love, breathe your light, for you are the creator and the conceiver of experiences. And you may breathe your love and breathe your light into any part of your body, into your blood, into your bones, into your organs, into your nerves. You may easily and freely do this. It is an assertion of your divinity that you can make this body breathe, that you can move energy through it at will. That's moving energy. I am moving energy through this form right now, causing these fingers and these cells and these ligaments and tendons to do all of this. That is an assertion. And we've had many of those come to us and say, but if I've got something that's not working and it's broken, well, then you must retrain those energies, those cells, those nerves, those organs, those glands. You must re-embody them, re-imbue them with the awareness that they can be more than they are. You have many instances in your world where people have healed miraculously, and the doctors and those people of the medical kind are scratching their heads because they do not comprehend the concept of healing, for they are stuck in the concept that body is effect and cause to the conditions of itself, not recognizing that matter is an effect of certain causes and conditions of energy and consciousness. Not simply mind over matter, but awareness over mind over matter. And if your awareness agrees that you are suffering with your mind and body, then your mind and body will suffer. But you may simply use your breath and breathe into any part of your body deeply and intensely the desired energy you want to see expressed there. And you do this repeatedly till you teach that organ, that nerve, that gland, that muscle to do the actions in a new way. I want to use an example from a personal experience where I've literally had burns and I've had broken bones, and I've literally told the body to heal. Okay, who put it better this way? If you understand quite simply that these cells in your body are independent entities. Every cell in your body is an independent entity that can receive instruction from you and carry them out. Much the same way as this hand is receiving instruction to do this, and it is carrying them out. So too, it had to learn how to do this, had to be trained to do these fine movements. And so too, if you've got a part of your body that's damaged or broken, you will need to retrain the awareness there, the consciousness there, the cells there, the ligaments there, the organs there, the nerves there, to take on a new action, a new behavior. And if you're persistent and patient enough in the communication of your energy, your idea, your information to that part of the body, it will begin to respond after a period of time. A little baby coming out of the womb of a woman cannot sing and dance. It has to train that system to do that. It has to learn those skills. Some learn faster, some learn slower. But you may simply use your breath, that is the most simplest way, and breathe into that part of the body, the vitality, the light, the health, the strength, the power, the functionality that you wish it to carry out. And you give it that information and experience repeatedly until it learns it and carries it out. For there's not one thing that you have done or not done with that body in this world that body did not have to be taught to do. And so it is true for all of things in this world. So the coming now is the realization that you have greater control over the conditions and circumstances of your world than you may believe. And that even those you think are in power over you are in the same boat that you are. They are in a now of their own manifestation, a now of their own separateness, and yet you are seeking to move into an awareness of now as being bliss, as being joy, as being unified, as being harmonious, as being peaceful. And you cannot agree on this if you are believing you are separate from each other. You still seem to think that your interests, one from another, are separate. That's like saying the interests of this one hand, the baby finger's interests are separate from the thumb. They are not. They're united. They work together. And so too, all of the races and all the people on this planet must cultivate a similar awareness. But there's always somebody who wants to be in charge. There's always somebody who wants to be the director. And who do you listen to? You listen to the one that knows, and the one that knows is within you. It is outside of what you think. is outside of what you believe, but permeates it as well. And how do you get to that one? That one that governs all, that one that beats every heart upon this planet, that one without which your body could not digest a single piece of food, that one that orchestrates the transmutation of matter through that body from one form into another, that one that creates planets and stars and this space in which we find ourselves communicating with each other. When you are listening to that one, well, then you will find unity, for its perception and awareness of the dynamic interactions of all things is universal. And it is within all of you, that one, that same one, beating your hearts, beating your hearts, and somehow you think you are separate from it. And somehow you think others are separate from it. And so you suffer as a result of this belief in separateness. The coming now is recognizing that, recognizing your non-separateness, recognizing what that non-separateness means. You cannot go around with a gun and shoot yourself in the head and expect to live. And yet you as humans are doing this to each other all the time, thinking, well, if I get rid of this, then it will be better. If I get rid of that, it will be better. Not realizing there's a much bigger awareness that governs all in this world. Some of you listen very well. There are some of you that listen very well. But this process of healing is very simple. It is not complex. We encourage you to do this, to breathe that sacredness of your breath into the nerves, the organs, the glands, the parts of the body that suffer. Breathe into them. Breathe deeply, meaningfully, the new expression into them. Breathe your life into them. Breathe your life into them. This is very important, because when you can breathe and you have the power to give breath to your body, you have so much more at your disposal than you realize. I came to this one today because he was contemplating what is now, what is it really? The understanding that it goes on forever is a difficult one to grasp, but actually very simple too. That you get to live in dynamic, infinite potentials because you choose to. Concepts of life and death are meaningless in the perception of eternity and in the awareness of it. Then there's just the deliciousness in being, of dancing, foot in front of foot, in front of foot, forever. Never the same step taken twice, and each one is miraculous as the one before. You must understand this, that the miracle that you live in being in that form, is as equal to the miracle of all that is. And if you could enjoy the deliciousness of this now as it is, you would be free to be and do. You would not be too preoccupied with your suffering if you understood that you are actually creating it. Nor would you be too occupied with your successes, for you know you're creating them too. Even your suffering you create. And in our dance together, for we all dance together, we wonder why do we have these different levels and these different beings and these different things that we can communicate with and interact with? Because we are all in agreement. You cannot disagree with yourself. We are all in agreement to this. Thank you. Well, let's get into some questions and answers, because I'm sometimes I get into communications that's just outside of my scope of fully grasping. Janine's got a question. Will my clairs open soon from allowing, or please tell me what I need to do? I have gained so much during 102 and am extremely grateful for where I am in my process. Wow. There's a statement that if you ponder it very carefully, you may find a different way to hear and a different way to see, a different way to feel, a different way to know than what you think. Many of you are so attached to the senses of the form, the sights, the sound, the smells, the touches, the tastes that you perceive through that mechanism, that you try to see through this. But we encourage you to try to see without your eyes, to try to hear without your ears. You can do this. You may even cover those physical eyes and cover those physical ears and seek to see and hear. Ask to be shown. Ask to be shown as both the cause and effect of your own conditions. You are able to invoke into experience by your will and by your choice those very experiences that you are seeking, that are always there, but you seek to try and experience them from the level of matter, and yet you need to experience them without the physical eyes, without the physical ears. You don't have to get rid of them, but simply close them and open the other eyes. You do have eyes, and you can see. This is as above, so below. If you close these eyes and ask to see, be patient. They're always open. Those things you call clairs, the multisensory self, which is another aspect of an infinite perspective of being with limitless potential. The aspect of being that which you are without your physical senses is a very important perception to acquire. You know that if you close your eyes and you close your ears, you close your nose, you allow yourself to know you are still being. You are still being with your eyes closed, are you not? If you close your eyes, you still are. If you close your ears, you know you still are. You know you still are. And if you are still that, then are you the body or independent of it? And can you, and will you try to see without your eyes and hear without your ears? I would add to that when you see without your eyes and hear without your ears, you will see and hear this world in a much deeper, richer, and more profound way than you've ever imagined. Than you have ever imagined. Great question, Drusilla. Janine, pardon me. Yeah. Drusilla, can I have an experience of oneness? Oh, that's a great question. How can you have a... He said, if you have just heard what we said, understand, go to a room where you will not be distracted. Close your eyes, close your ears, and you will know there is only one of you. The experience of oneness that you are seeking is that which you call the expanded unity, what I call the expanded unity. That is simply recognizing that you are the one orchestrating the whole dance of life, neither separate from it, being both the dance and the dancer. Being both the dance and the dancer. There's a certain deliciousness in that. Even in your asking us this question, you as the one asking the question, the one receiving the answer, the one that got the idea to ask the question, you are all of that. That condition of oneness is here and now. It is the coming now. Yes. Thank you so much. Question from Nicole, who was with me this morning in prayer? I keep getting Raphael, just like right in. It's just a question. Raphael. Thank you. That's one way to say it. Kira. Yeah, everybody wants this experience, but we are in oneness. I have to say, we are in oneness. We are not separate. We are not in separateness. This is the challenge that we face as a species. I mean, it's so funny. Every time I hear myself, the experience that we are the experience of being human, all of us. And yet there's a certain, they always tell me there's an incredible bliss in being in the illusion of separateness, if you understand the nature of why you would choose to do this, the delight in every aspect of yourself, the delight and the beauty and the wonder of every aspect of yourself in all of its facets, whether your mind might declare them as good or bad, it is all yourself. It is all the expression of yourself. Cool. Yeah, I see that. Question from SJK. Am I toxic to my daughter? Will we ever be best friends again like we used to be? I don't know who this is. This is a male figure coming in for you, saying you must become best friends with yourself first. Become your best friend and have nothing in your heart nor mind but the love for this one. Have nothing in your heart and mind but love for this one. Never allow your mind to dwell even upon the idea that you are somehow not best friends. The very nature of that idea, beholden to you, maintains the condition of its existence. In your heart, can you not be her best friend? Are you not her best friend? You must be that which you wish to be, and not hope that it will come to be. The now coming is about now coming, that you are that which you seek. You are the best friend. You are this. Be that with yourself, and be that in mind and body with her as well. In your mind and body, be that. You will see the change. She is seeking to grow in her own unique way, and she will. Even if she has to separate herself from you. But your goal is to become your best friend. Become your best friend. Wow, that's cool. I like that. If you're not being it inside yourself, you will not be it with the world. Whatever you're being inside your body and mind, you're being with the world. A question from Maria. Any message for me? Thank you. So there's multiple things happening simultaneously. It's funny, I saw 4 questions at once. It's really weird. Wow. I don't know who this is, but they're saying it's a male and female behind you, and they're trying to nudge you forward into something. There's something that you've been trying to go forward into that you've been reluctant to go into. They're trying to nudge you into this gently from behind, lower down in the body, like they're pushing your lower back forward. It's like you've been resistant to this. Yeah, they want you to go forward into this, whatever that is. And yes, Master Jesus, yes. It is not I alone, but there are others as well. It is not to adulate me, but to recognize that which I am within you. Yeah, he's coming to you in the dreams to remind you that you are as that same estate that he is. Yeah, what a lot of us don't get this, that these masters, these ascended beings, all say the same thing to us. That fundamentally, they say, "You are as I am." You know, we've been so trained to adulate, to look out there for an example that makes us better than what we are, but we are actually the very thing that we're looking at. You know, when you admire somebody, you're actually admiring an aspect of yourself. You know, when you dislike somebody, you're disliking an aspect of yourself. That's the simple truth. We treat the outside world the way we treat ourselves, right? And then the outside world treats us the way we treat ourselves as well. You know, change what you got going inside your mind and change the world around you. Question, thank you, Animo. Question from Animo. Before I awakened, I could produce a blue energy in my hands that affected others. During an abusive relationship, this visual was lost. Is there guidance for me regarding this paradox? Yeah, he's saying you need to release yourself from the belief that only happened before. He's saying, tell her to go to sleep this evening Go to sleep with the sensation, not the memory, the sensation of what you felt as if it is now. Go to sleep with the sensation as if before is now, and you will awaken with that light, for it is always with you. You came here to express that concept of healing, but that light has not left you, nor has it left anyone. So simply, yes, go when you go to sleep. When you go to sleep tonight, animal, literally go to sleep with the sensation of what you felt when the blue light you experienced last time. But go to sleep with that sensation right now, like when you go to sleep tonight. Go to sleep with the feeling of it now. He says he's stressing, do not use before only as a mechanism for aligning yourself to the energy of what that is, not what it was. You keep looking back to try and bring it forward, but you have to look at the sensation and be the sensation now. It is not before trying to come forth. It is now trying to reemerge as it is. We hope you understand this. So yeah, I get that a lot. The blue hands from the light and white hands from the light. That's a lot of fun. Thank you, Animal. Question from Tanya. I put mediumship on hold since school. Anything is needed for me to know? Thanks. What's this about the school? Yeah, they're saying something about you're trying to punch a hole through your history with school. You're trying to punch a hole through your history with school. What does that mean? You're seeking to get into a new place in your life. You're moving out of the old into the new. Yeah, the direction you're on is preferable to the one that you were in. Whoa, lots of energy coming up from that. Question from Kelly. It's a good thing. Yeah, it's a good thing, Tanya. It's a good thing. You're literally opening up a new self by doing what you're doing. Question from Nikki. Can you ask Master Yeshua if he has any messages for me? It's very vague. I'm not quite making this out. Just this funny. I seem like this little blue Chinese teacup, like what you would hold tea in, a fine cup of tea, and to drink to drink of something, this tea. But he's showing me it's like a blue and white little bowl teacup that you drink from. Again, I don't know what that means. I'm just relating that. But that's something about that tea, and he keeps saying it's significant that to drink of this. I don't know what that is, but he's saying to drink of this, whatever that is. Is it a literal cup of tea? It's blue and white. The light. To drink of the light. To drink of the light. Okay. Wow. Yeah, literally, try that. If you got a special teacup, a little blue Chinese teacup, and you got a really fine cup of tea, I don't know what that means, but he says it means something to you. You'll understand. Question from Meg. Are my dreams? Oh, yeah, we already got that one. Question: may I have a message from my brother or Archangel Metatron? Wow. There is the space of being free in yourself as you anticipate what you might hear from us. It is important you understand the space of your anticipation is liberation from your suffering. Your desire to move from where you were to where you are is facilitated by your anticipation. Wow. Yeah. The sense I'm getting from what was just said to that question is like when you are looking, expecting something more than what you already have, there's a space, there's an energy that happens when we anticipate. When we anticipate something, we actually create a space in the vibration of anticipation, not in what is being anticipated. Not in what is being anticipated, in the space of the energy of anticipation. We literally free ourselves. You literally free yourself from what was before and the very thing you're anticipating in that space of anticipation. Rest your awareness in the space, the energy of anticipation, not the thing being anticipated. For you are seeking to break free of what was before, to bring yourself to what we've been saying all along this morning. Yes, the coming now is in that place of anticipation, not in what is being anticipated. Not in what is being anticipated, but in the sensation of anticipation. You will find your freedom. Wow, thank you. We'll take one more question for today. So this is one I'm going to have to review this one. This is just there's just so much to this. Question from Daniela. During ascension, there are changes of the senses, loss of taste. No, there is not a loss of anything. If this process is articulated correctly, there is an increase in your level of sensitivity. If you understood even the very nature of a molecule, a single delicious molecule, then in the tiniest of things, the greatest of pleasure can be experienced. Do you not feel that now? Do you not feel that when you look at your hand or you breathe? Do you not feel the wonder of that? In the smallest of things, may the whole be felt. In the smallest of things, may the whole be felt. Wow. Oh, you're welcome. Wow. Oh, this has been an interesting day. So much happening. How do I want to, yeah. Just to be now, guys. Just to be in the moment. I like what was just said in response to the question about connecting to Metatron or his brother. The idea of anticipation. What we want that we don't have, or what we want that we're seeking to have. There's a space in that moment of desire. There's an energy between you and that which you seek. That space of being is the coming now as an awareness. I look at this glass and I look forward to having what's in this glass, this living, live, vibrant food. I look forward to it. But between where I am observing and that which is, there's a feeling that happens before anything is satisfied. that goes beyond what is in the glass or my individualized desire, but there's something in between, in the present moment. And I hope that all of you find that to some degree today, being in the present moment. It's the only place you can be. I want to thank all of you for showing up today. If you like this video or the content in it, please remember to subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment in the comment section. And remember to click the notification bell so you get notified whenever I come live again. And again, thank you everybody today for your support. Much love to you all. Again, I want to thank the Animal Cruelty Company in Oklahoma, who produces products that are animal-friendly products. And I'll put a link to their company in the description box below this video later. And I want to thank them for providing us with the new camera that we'll be hooking up this week. So much love to everybody. Have yourselves a wonderful, joyful day. Bye for now.